Everybody, Skeet Reese Fishing. Welcome to Non-Dock Talk, and today's guest is Rusty Salewske. Now, I know a lot of people, they don't know how to say your last name because it's Salewske, and like Salewske. Rusty won the FLW title championship last year, Major League Fishing title championship at Sturgeon Bay. Longtime West Coast dude, wants to have fun. Welcome, Rusty.
Thanks for having me, Skeet. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. So, yeah, non-dock talk is we don't have to talk about fishing. We can talk about whatever you want. I guess, but first and foremost, congratulations on winning the title championship.
Thank you.
I watched it. It was one of those things where I understand that everything just lined up right, and just watching you jack him was like so fun.
Start with format. Format was incredible. You do it all the time, so old hat, right? Yeah. But you can probably remember the first couple times you did it. It's just stressful. You know every catch. Luckily, the first period I did fairly well. I think I actually led the first period and led a little bit in the second period, and then saw myself slip down to maybe fifth or sixth. And that's when, it's getting late. So I felt that whole tense pressure. But maybe because I'm a little older, I decided just do the best you can. Now you're just, 1 4-pounder away out there is 2 spots sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I was on big ones. And luckily, it just kind of came together for me at the end. I think the wind was in my favor. It kept a lot of those guys from spying on them. And it's hard to see it on your forward-facing sonar when you're doing this.
You were just pretty much just fishing at that point.
Just letting it fly, yeah.
Yeah. So I believe you had a runner-up in the title championship finish, maybe 10, 12 years ago.
Yes. I want to say 2008 or 9, right in there.
How'd that feel after that?
Like I left it right there for the taking, and I let the moment be bigger than me.
Yeah.
I don't know, you probably don't have to deal with that, but us average people
Whatever.
do have to deal with that.
Whatever.
But it was actually, looking back on it, was a good experience because I was not gonna let that happen this time. I was just gonna do what I've been doing, let the conditions talk to me while I'm fishing and just try to make the best of it,
Just make the best.
It's gonna be what it is.
Yeah. No, so I mean, I understand the feeling. I finished second in the Classic to Boyd, I think in, was it 07, 08? And that
I remember checking that 8-pounder out of that mat. Boyd did at the end to win that thing.
Thanks for just kicking me right in the nuts again with that one.
But
wow, that was such
crazy.
a painful fish catch to watch for me on that side. And I'll never forget, we were sitting, Boyd and I were back, and I'm like, how much you got? And I'm like, I got so much. He's like, how much you got? And he goes, I think I got, so the whole time I'm thinking I got a 1.
We were all pulling for you.
And then he weighs, and he obviously he won. He beat me by 6 ounces, but that was the sloppiest fish catch. I was like, he just flipped a 1-ounce sinker into nothing, and the wind blowing, and he caught a 6-pounder.
Was he even fishing like that? Because
I don't know, but I just know he won. But the pain of
he
finishing,
knew the lake well, and I think it was a Hail Mary, right?
So the pain of second in the championship, and then you got to experience the glory of winning, and all
nothing like it.
Yeah. There's nothing like winning. So I want to know, how many beers did you drink that night?
Like when you just wanted Okeechobee?
Yeah.
You're emotionally drained, so I hate to admit it, I probably only stayed up till about 9. Probably had 3 or 4,
It's the reality
5
of,
maybe,
yeah. So you had just a couple pops.
My best friend from San Diego, John Strelick, was there. He flew in. His son was fishing also, so
yeah.
There was a little group of us, and we went to a bar, had 1 shot, went back, had a few beers, and 99.
Yeah, that was it. So it was fun to watch that. All right, so what do you like to do? What do you do when you're not fishing?
Push dirt around. Grading contractor.
So you still got a 9 to 5?
Kinda. I semi-retired. I don't know. Contractors were always semi-retired, I guess. I used to have a big company, and now I have 1 tractor. I work for my other very best friend, and he doesn't care if I'm here or not here or whatever, so it's great.
So when you're home, you jump on a tractor, move some dirt, make a couple bucks. Do you fish much when you're home?
Just depends. When it's season, if one of my good buddies calls and he's on, I won't just go fishing, but if they're on something good, yeah, let's go.
Oh, so you're
Let's go
fair
jack
weather.
'em.
When they're biting, I'll go.
Yeah.
When they're not biting,
Nah.
don't call me.
No, this is your career. Awesome career, by the way, but for me, it's been in and out throughout my whole life. Whenever life allowed me to do it, I did it. You know, with kids and stuff. 2011 was my last year that I fished back here. And after that, I didn't even want to fish anything for a while because it's such a mental letdown going back to even our regional events. But team terms, things like that, I just can't get up for them. You know, it took me a while. It took me a couple years to get back into it.
So there's a question for you. Why did you leave the sport? And I think it was 2011.
Business was awkward for me at the time. I was splitting up with my business partner that I had for 27 years. And my kids were just right there at that age, finishing high school, getting ready to go into college. Just a lot of things were happening at once. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to put it to bed for a couple years and get back to it when I can.
Well, obviously it worked out pretty good because that was a hell of a comeback.
Yeah, it was
That's
amazing.
honestly, I'm so happy for you. So, all right. So being a West Coast guy, do you have a favorite place to fish?
Destination wise,
Yeah, if you had to pick one of our West Coast.
Clear Lake is my favorite place to go. It's most of ours, really.
Yeah.
The Delta used to be a close second, but it just hasn't been fishing well lately, in my opinion.
And Clear Lake, by the way, they just absolutely train wrecked to make Clear Lake last week. It's like 34, 32, 31, 30, 30. I'm like, oh man.
So crazy. That place is so crazy. Most beautiful bass, shortest, fattest fish you'll ever see.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
They are. They're
specimens. I mean, you can catch 3-pounder. It's like, I don't know, 13 and a half inches long. I'm serious.
That's
huh?
what they seem like.
Yeah. I'm probably exaggerating slightly, but not by much.
So any other hobbies outside of fishing?
I golf a little bit. Used to hunt
Do
a
you,
lot.
do, so do you golf with Shooter, Brett Height?
Yeah, best golfer I've ever met. Not. No, he's actually getting pretty good, but so the first
Shooter's a train wreck.
Yeah, you've golfed with him.
Oh yeah.
So the first time was years ago, and like he got on the tee, and he's left-handed like I am, and he's lining up, right? He's getting all lined up, and I'm like, Shooter, you're aiming at the houses. The fairway's over here. He goes, I know. Just watch. And sure as shooting, he hit that thing, and it did about 300 yards around and landed right over there. I'm like, okay, I'll just keep my mouth shut.
Yeah. So we played around up in Escanaba. There was we had a tournament up there. Got blown out, so a bunch of us went and played golf. We had film crews come with us. We had a bunch of moonshine.
Nice.
So it just turned into complete train wreck out there. But yeah, Brett Height, Shooter, he does the same. Yeah, he lines up and he's like, he's aiming that way. I'm like, dude, the green's over here. And it goes, but he took one hard swing and the driver went, and it literally went 50 yards in the woods. I'm like, oh, this is not good. It was fun. We had a great time. But now, do you plan on staying out on tour for a while now, or?
So my initial commitment was 2 years. I had the year of dreams, right? I mean, it couldn't be better. Again, you don't know this feeling, but a lot of us have this feeling sometimes. Do we really belong? Can we really hang with these guys? And that,
Hey,
and that
so
gives
don't. My entire career, I've always felt the same way.
You have those little tug wars sometimes?
Oh, hell yes.
You have a bad season, you start feeling, damn, do I still have it?
Yeah, dude, am I good enough still?
Seriously.
I still got it. Yeah,
good,
I've for the last few years, I've like, man, do I still have it in me? Can
What are
I?
you talking about? You
Yeah.
may not have won in a couple of years, but you never fish bad, and you're always on TV. Being on TV is
Just because you get a
pretty
little
good.
highlight reel, but well, no,
I get it. So,
I
so
still.
you feel the same
Oh
way.
yeah, I think there's very few. Kevin is probably, KBD is the only one I know that's like,
Ultimate confidence.
yeah, he's 100% in.
He should though. I mean,
He's all right.
he's okay. Yeah,
It's okay. But I think the rest of us are fairly human, and you know, we all have our own inner demons and struggles and challenges.
It's good to know.
So just because I've been doing this so long doesn't mean I'm thinking, oh, I got this. I'm like, no, I'm
love
like,
it.
I have no idea. I'm still winging it.
I felt by watching you win at Okeechobee, just watching from afar, being off to the side, that it really meant a lot to you.
Oh hell
Like,
yeah.
It was like, you did it, you know?
Yeah, it did.
The way you did it was amazing too, man.
Yeah. Well, you wound up
Dude, right on that bank that I could never catch one, but I fished it every day. Because I saw the video, I'm like, dude, that's right there. Because the wind was blowing in there perfect. Huh?
It was.
It always looks like you should wreck them there. And
I did.
I caught one 6-pounder there the first day, and then After that, just a couple.
And that's the thing is, I think I saw you and Matt Reed fish
Yep.
that bank.
Yep.
And those only two that, I mean, you know, some guide shiner boats. But I got so caught up on the outside isolated stuff that I was, you know, that's what I was thinking. And then last morning, I'm like, well, let me go try it.
Hey, adjustments are everything.
Yeah.
It takes way bigger cojones to me, I mean, that's when you're a good tournament fisherman, when you can go, wait a minute, I made the top 10 in second place. Now I'm gonna go do something I haven't really been doing much of. That's impressive. And then whammo.
All right, so what's your biggest bass?
14 pounds.
I knew you were gonna say some big son of a...
Well, we live in the land of giants.
Yeah, but how come I don't catch them?
You're too busy tournament fishing.
So,
When I caught mine, it was when we were younger, we would target them. We'd go out with live crawdads.
old school.
Yeah, and water dogs.
Mhm.
But my biggest one I caught on a 10-inch plastic worm.
Did it?
Yeah.
What lake?
Sam Stinney.
Sandy. That was a good bite.
Mm-hmm. It's back. I mean, not for giants, but it's back. It takes 27, 28 pounds to win.
That's what I heard is really good.
That's fun.
All right, you caught a bunch over 10 then down there.
Quite a few. I wasn't the counter guy, but way over 15 of them. You know?
Yeah.
Should have cut 3 out of Lake Okeechobee alone. You know?
Have you really?
Yeah. I always used to win practice there.
You were that guy. You always won practice.
Yeah. First couple times I went there, I was staying with Murray, and he'd be like, if you win practice, it's gonna change. And he's right.
If I have a good practice, it scares the hell out of me.
Yes. Well,
I
it's just
hate having a
hard.
good practice.
It's hard for that bite to last that
Yes.
long. It seems like, you know.
Yeah, I want to get on the early stages of something and just kind of figure it out and let it grow into the tournament. But when I catch big ones for practice, it's usually like a kiss of death. I'm like, oh no. I don't know how you feel about it, but
Yeah. Well,
obviously.
yes. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I hope I at least live through day one, and then I'm smart enough to adjust. Go get one big bag, and then it'll fade on me. But start with something.
It's something.
Because it's going away for sure. Almost.
Oh yeah, nothing. We've been doing this long enough that very seldom does something stay the same 2 days in a row, much less 3 or 4.
But it is impossible to completely ignore it. You have to go waste half a day, seeing if it's there or not, right? Or at least I do every time.
Yeah. Anyways, Rusty, thanks for joining us today at Non-Dock Talk. Hopefully everybody you've enjoyed this interview with Rusty, and on Non-Dock Talk, until next time, tight lines, let's go crack a big one.